The other day I posted a video sharing 5 of my favorite war metal bands, and on that video someone asked me if I had done a video sharing 5 of my least favorite bands. I feel like being a hater today, so I am gonna share 5 of my least favorite bands. As usual when I do these videos, these are in no specific order. First on my list is Psychonaut 4. I used to be a fan of DSBM, but I kinda grew out of it pretty quick as it started to really affect my mental health. But even when I was into it, I could not and still cannot fucking stand Psychonaut 4. The biggest thing that I don't like about their music is the vocals, because they just make my ears fucking bleed, and they sound like Miss Simeon from Amazing World Gumball. All of their songs sound the same to me, and it's just so repetitive and boring. Their fan base is pretty insufferable, as is the rest of the DSBM fan base for the most part. But even that aside, I still just can't fucking stand them. Not to even mention how sketchy of a fucking character Graf von Baphomet is. This next one might upset some people, but Peeling Flesh. Peeling Flesh is one of the most repetitive, boring, generic slam bands out there right now. And I don't really think that they deserve the amount of clout that they get, and that they only get it from the samples that they use. There are just so many other better slam bands that are more unique than them that I think deserve more recognition. I think that their music is wicked lazy, and they really do just rely on these samples to carry their music and gain it attention. And this is wicked annoying because there are so many other slam bands out there that add a lot of elements to their music and are more experimental and unique, like Party Cannon, for example. They have constant tempo changes and everything. They add so much random shit into their music. And I just love that about them because they just sound unlike any other slam band. And we just need more of that. We need more people experimenting and doing cool shit with music instead of just doing what everyone else is doing. Third is Lorna Shore. I don't completely hate them because I think that Will Ramos has amazing vocals and he has an amazing stage presence as well, because I actually have seen them live. But I think that he could do a lot more with his talent and just hasn't used his full potential, if you know what I mean. I like that they have almost like a blackened sound, so it's almost blackened deathcore, which is very interesting. But I think that the band Carnifex does it a lot better than them. The And I Return to Nothingness EP also was just so terribly overplayed on every single metal radio station, so that also contributed to it a little bit. And it's also just something that nobody would shut the fuck up about for the longest time. Fourth on my list is Ingested. They try to call themselves slamming deathcore or whatever the fuck, but please shut the fuck up, you are deathcore. Stop trying to be slam so fucking bad. Like I said, there are very few deathcore bands that I actually like, but Ingested I genuinely have such a strong hatred for. They just sound so generic. Like, there's some good MySpace deathcore bands, don't get me wrong, but not it. Your fans smell and have no pit etiquette. I love going in mosh pits and shit, and I don't mind getting crowd killed and things, but I went in the Wall of Death because they opened for somebody. I think they opened for Lorna Shore when I saw them, actually. But when I went in that Wall of Death, I shit you not, I got stepped on by like 12 people, and it was really scary. I almost broke a rib, and I almost had a panic attack. Additionally, no one even bothered to try to help me up, which is just, I feel, an unspoken rule in a mosh pit. Someone falls, you pick them up. And last but not least, Kitty. Everyone knows that I don't like nu metal in general, but Kitty is just one of the bands that I especially hate, and that boils my blood. Before people cry misogyny and say that they think it's just cause I don't like that it's an all-women band, that couldn't be further from the truth, because I think that we need more women representation in metal. And I get so excited whenever I find out that a band even has a single female member. The main thing for me about Kitty is the vocals. I just really don't like the vocals. It almost sounds like a mosquito in my ear to me. With that being said, though, that leads into my next point, which is that there are so many better all-women's and female-fronted bands out there. For example, Castrator, an all-women's death metal band. Absolutely fucking incredible. I found out about them because they opened for, I believe, Exhumed when I saw them the first time, and I have been obsessed ever since. And then another good band, but it's female-fronted only, is Stabbing. I fucking love Stabbing too. They're a Texas death metal band. In general though, nu metal is just cringy as fuck as it is. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. What are some of your least favorite bands? All of my links are in my bio, and goodbye and gatekeep.